It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, you'll see there's a ball cap on the table in front of me. I recently read online that if there's a ball cap in the picture with you and you're from the Document Imaging channel, that means you made it. I had a ball cap laying around. There it is on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks ago, I put a little mini post out there on LinkedIn. The title of the post was this: thanks for the award, but you can keep it. I'd won an award, and I was like, what the hell is this all about? And I said I don't want it because I truly believe the award was a marketing scheme, and I didn't want any part of it. And of course, this thing ran around the world a few times. 7,500, 600 people have read it so far. There was only one comment that was going against what I was talking about, and that was a comment from the award giver, which I didn't expect them to be excited about this. But they started saying, well, if you don't like this award, then it's no different than the Canada Award. As soon as I heard the word Canada Award or read that, I thought to myself, you're no Frank Canada. And the Frank Canada Award, by the way, Frank has given out $2.8 million to charity. He has a charity ball. Those people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit at those tables. He'll tell you that he does a survey. That's how those people win the award. It's a charity ball. And then he went on to say, well, it's no different than the ENX Award, the Difference Maker Award. We all know that award. Everybody gets the Difference Maker Award. But you know what the difference is with that award? First of all, they don't put them in order of the best difference maker. They say you're all difference makers, and the reason you're a difference maker is because this person said this about you, and this is why you should be a difference maker. See, they share that with you. When you put an award together with 100 names on it in order of relevance, you really have to have some science behind that. And you have to share that science with the public. Because if you don't, do you know what you do? You commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, and when you commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, guess what you really do? You dismiss all the hard work that people put into developing their craft to perfect themselves. You dismiss it. You commoditize it. That's why I did not accept the award. I'm sure it was shocking. Someone in the Document Imaging channel didn't accept an award. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only two reasons that award went out into the marketplace. And I want to talk about those two reasons, and then you could say, well, wow, pick one. Or maybe Tigerpaw, the award giver, Tigerpaw is the one that put this award together. Maybe they could say, oh, no, this is the reason we wanted to give that award out. Here's my two scenarios. The first scenario is somebody walked into the conference room when they saw all the executives of Tigerpaw sitting in there, and they said, hey, I want to make you all aware of something. We have a really big problem in the print services sector. It's a big-ass problem, and we're going to fix it because we're Tigerpaw. There's literally hundreds of people in there that are influencers. And these people are not getting recognized. There's an award for everything in that space except for influencers, and we need to take it upon ourselves to give these people an award. That's one scenario, which is about as believable as, well, it's not even believable. The other scenario is this. Somebody walked into the conference room at Tigerpaw where the executives were all sitting there, and they said, hey, we got to get more traction inside the print space. You know, we've been around here for about 4 years. You know, we won the MPSA Software of the Year 4 years in a row. I had to pause there because I want people to think about that award too. But we need to come up with an award that we could give to 100 people. Because if we give an award to 100 people, you know what they're going to do? They'll plaster that shit all over the internet. Our logo will go everywhere. They'll put it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. They'll ask us for hard copies that they could post on their refrigerator so grandma can see it. They'll want to get plaques that they could put in the office and one in the house. They'll probably want a trophy for their car. The Document Imaging channel, the print people, they're obsessed with awards. They won't even question the validity of the award. They'll just be so damn happy they're on the list of 100. When you commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, guess what? You dismiss all the hard work that people put in to develop their craft, their product, their software. There's people on that list that work their asses off to perfect their craft as an influencer. There's people on that list that have earned and deserved that award, but you commoditized it. So if your good intention was to bring recognition to influencers inside the print services sector, you basically just commoditized all the influencers in the print sector. That's what you really did. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do in the Document Imaging channel, right? We love awards. I want to talk about one more thing as I wrap this up, and then I'm going to give you a suggestion for awards in the future. I think this suggestion could really help the imaging channel out because that's what I do. I like to bring things to the table that can actually help people. So anyway, here's this award. And this is on Tigerpaw's website, and I really want them to take my name off it. I'm hoping after today's video, my name will disappear off this list. I thought when I put that post out there and said I don't accept the award that they would have taken my name off the list. I didn't think they would play musical chairs in the position my name was in, which makes this list even less credible, right? I mean, it's not getting more credible in my mind. It's only getting less credible. So at one point, I was number 4, I believe. At one point, I think I saw myself as number 3. Now I'm number 5. I'm sure that after today's video, maybe number 6 will call up and say, can I be number 5 now? Or maybe number 6 could care less, and someone down here like number 8 or 9 will call up and say, hey, I saw Ray's video. Can I move up to the number 5 spot? You see how totally insane all this sounds? But it's not far-fetched from reality, is it, folks? When you commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, you dismiss all the hard work that many of these people put into developing their craft. And now I want to ask everybody a question since I'm on a roll here, folks. But Tigerpaw, a PSA tool, IT services sector tool, wants to get into the print sector more and more. They've been in their space about 4 years. And they've won for the 4th consecutive year, the Managed Print Service Association, MPSA, honored Tigerpaw as best MPS software provider. Since I'm here, I'm going to question that too. Well, how? How is a PSA tool designed for IT service providers, maybe it collects a meter now, I don't know, maybe that's fantastic if it does. But for the last 4 years, that's the software of the year that the Managed Print Services Association recognized? No other software was nominated for this? There's no other software in the last 4 years that's helping managed print service providers more than Tigerpaw's PSA tool? Folks, we all realize that the MPSA has an employee that works at Tigerpaw, part-time or full-time, it's not really clear to me. But do you see any relationship? I'm just asking the question because I believe the MPSA has completely lost its mind. I believe the MPSA Association is beyond relevance. And as a thought leader, I have the right to make that challenge publicly. And if the MPSA wants to come on the end of the day with Ray and debate all the wonderful things they're doing to help our channel out and how all these award winners win all these awards, I'd love to have the conversation. But quite honestly, it's getting a little bit beyond silly. It's getting a little bit beyond silly. So I have my last slide before I tell you the solution. My last slide, I got to go ahead and get my Sharp Interactive board working. So we have to have an acronym, right, for crazy award things going on because there is a crisis involved when you give out crazy awards. You know, when you commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, what do? Come on, you should remember this by heart now, right? When you commoditize recognition to the point of absurdity, you dismiss all the hard work that people put into developing their craft, their software, their product. So here's the problem. We've got to stop being misguided by people with silly awards. Let's stop it. We don't have to accept them. When we get an award, we need to question the award. And I believe we should rate the awards. Because the problem is, my friends, we're becoming an industry that wants to assimilate people into a certain way of thinking, and anybody that thinks outside of that, let me just draw a circle around this. We got 3 people that are red. They're painting the gray person red here, almost halfway done, right? This person's standing in line to be painted red. A lot of people in our industry want everybody to assimilate to this way of life where we give each other awards, where we slap each other on the back, where we live in this utopia happiness. Of course, you know me, I'm way the hell over here somewhere. But we need people to start saying enough is enough. Some people might say enough is enough with me. That's fantastic. Have a voice, have an argument. Have an argument about this video. I'd love to have it with you. It's amazing to me that when people agree with me on social media, they always start out this way. A lot of them do anyway. I shouldn't say all of them, but some of them. They'll start out this way. I don't normally agree with you, but this time. That's like the cushion statement. So they want to send, that's an alarm to all the people that are mad at them for engaging with me on social media. Folks, there's people out there that actually get mad at people that engage with me. It's crazy. And so this is their way. This is their way to tell those people, don't get so excited. I don't hardly ever agree with him. But this time, he's got some merit. I want to agree with him. You know what would be really exciting for me is if people that disagree with me actually got on there and gave the argument. I'm not talking about nonsensical bullshit, because we've seen that. We've seen the one person in the last 4 years of me doing this that'll go on there periodically and throw up a bunch of crap that makes no sense. I'm talking about real constructive conflict. Let's have a conflict. Let's have a discussion. Thought leadership. I saw a post recently about thought leadership. Someone wasn't sure what it meant. It's on Twitter. Thought leadership is when thought leaders have conversations and the listener says a couple of things. The first thing they might say is, wow, I never thought of that. The second thing they might say is, God, we think alike. The third thing they might say is, you're out of your mind. That's crazy thinking. Let's debate it. Thought leadership is to cause thoughts. And folks, it's from original content. It's from studying the marketplace. It's from having a vision that's not based on memories. It's from projecting into the marketplace your vision of where things could be heading in a disastrous way, where things could be heading in a positive way. And in the Document Imaging channel, a lot of where we're heading is in a disastrous way. We don't start changing our thinking. That's why I started the end of the day with Ray, to help people, to probe them. Let's start conversations. I never said I had all the answers. And if you have, some original content that you could bring to the table and have serious debates around some of the things I'm talking about, let's have those debates. Does anybody not find it ironic? Let me just, I'm on a roll here today. Let me just close off this. I'm sure some of you probably have already left. That's fantastic. Go ahead and go. But, I want to ask everybody a question. If it's true, and I'm one of the most top 100 influencers in the Managed Print Services Association, you would have thought that over these last 3 or 4 years, I probably would have been part of that association somehow, right? Folks, I'm not even allowed to go on their blog. I mean, their little LinkedIn blog, I don't have access to that anymore. I guess after that post, they took me off that. Even though the award was given to me by Tigerpaw, had nothing to do with the MPSA, or did it? So you would think, if this guy is one of the most influential people in the print services sector, how do we have debates around managed print services without ever inviting him to the show? How do we have discussions and podcasts where we talk about managed print services and the threats to the managed print service community if we don't invite one of the top 100 influencers to the conversations? Because folks, in all reality, I don't think there needed to be a list put together for people to know who brings some thought leadership into the marketplace. But because we're trying to assimilate everybody, we want everybody to be painted red before they're allowed into our group, we don't have room for any of the gray matter. And folks, it's in the gray matter that will define our future. It's not in the red. It's not in the assimilated people. They've already gave up to a future that they've already pre-described, even though it's going way past what they prescribed for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I know today's video went long, but now I want to end with the final solution for the award system. I believe we need to have a system around awards, and I believe we should reach out to Gap Intelligence, because Gap Intelligence, they analyze things and they prepare that data. You can't pay them money to change the data. The data is the data. They look at all the data and they say, okay, this has merit. And here's what they need to do. All the award givers, they go to Gap Intelligence. They say, hey, we want to give this award to these people. This is the way we came up with the award. They study all that, and they seal approval it. So when you see the award plastered on the website or hanging on the refrigerator for grandma to see, it has a rating system. If it has a 1 by it, that means it's approved by Gap Intelligence. This is a really well-earned and deserved reward. This person went above and beyond. They earned this award. If it's got a 2 by it, this is a trophy that everybody wins. It's kind of like everybody gets a trophy program. It's not really relevant. Put a 2 by it. If it's got a 3 by it, it's a total nonsense award. It's an award that was paid for. I think about a lot of the BLI awards, in my opinion, would be number 3s. But if we rated these awards, then when people saw these awards plastered all over social media, we saw these awards under people's taglines. Excuse me. By the way, the unofficial sponsor for the End of the Day with Ray going forward is Kleenex brand tissue. So go take a tissue if some of you guys are welting up and you're crying over this video today. Well, I take a drink here because somehow I got something in my throat. Maybe today's video went too long. You guys are going to be telling me, Ray, you went too long in your video today. So let me just wrap it up with this, my friends. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you.